New figures show a sharp rise in crime in Germany. Last year, police processed nearly 6 million offences. That's 5% up on the previous year. Violent crimes reached a 15-year high. Nearly half of all criminal suspects do not hold a German passport, reigniting calls for tougher immigration controls. The Interior Minister has pledged to speed up deportation of foreign offenders.
Last year, the police registered 14.5% more non-German suspects for violent offences than in the previous year. Again, there is no justification and no excuse for violence. And here too, the principle of zero tolerance applies. In the case of foreign perpetrators, in addition to the immediate consequences under criminal law, it also means that they must leave Germany much more quickly than was previously the case. Anyone who does not abide by the rules must leave.
And DW's political correspondent Simon Young joins me now. Simon, a stark rise there in non-German suspects. Do we know why that is?
Well, Gerhard, I think you have to see, first of all, the overall context that you've already mentioned, namely the overall rise in crime. And it's gone up in all the different sectors, in violent crime, youth crime, thefts and break-ins and so on. They've all gone up. So these crimes are committed by all kinds of people, including by those who don't have German nationality. And so the authorities are saying, with the continuing high level of inward migration to Germany, that's increasing the proportion of foreigners in the overall population, and so the absolute numbers are going up and the proportion is going up as well. They also point out a lot of these people are living in difficult circumstances, for instance in asylum hostels or reception centres where there's a lot of pressures and that may lead to crime. Their economic situation is difficult. Some of them have experienced traumatic war and violence, and that too may be part of the background leading to involvement in crime.
Now, Interior Minister Nancy Faesar there mentioned deportations in addition to criminal penalties. Is that really an option?
Well, up to a point. I mean, it's already the case that for asylum seekers whose asylum applications have been turned down, the German authorities do prioritise deporting that group. For others who don't have German nationality, the government has recently changed the law to make it easier, for instance, to send home people who are convicted of multiple crimes within a year. But in some cases, the German states have been a bit slow to really implement those things. I think what the Interior Minister is talking about probably will come down to clearing away a bit of red tape and speeding up some of the bureaucracy around deportations rather than actually a major change in policy.
Now, what's been the reaction to the latest figures in Germany?
Well, alarm, I think, from many sectors, but in particular opposition politicians, especially those from the Conservative CDU, have really picked on this migration aspect and saying, you know, this is a chance to sort of pounce on some government weakness. They say the government is too lax on migration. They've tabled a debate in the Bundestag for Wednesday to look into the causes of this. They really want to make some capital out of it. I think they see that it is a live concern for part of the electorate, perhaps a growing sector of the electorate. People are worried about migration and they're hoping there are some votes in it for them.
Our political correspondent Simon Young there for us. Thank you, Simon.